Hello, everybody. I am back with a special guest today. Alex, we have been waiting, and now we're here with RevSure. Alex is going to take us through the product and tell us everything about their platform. Over to you, Alex.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Cox. I'm Vice President of Go-to-Market here at RevSure AI, and I'm excited to show you what we've built. RevSure is a full funnel marketing attribution platform. I'm calling in from Texas in the United States. So I also have Clay on the line, who's going to help manage the any of the questions that come on up today. Clay is on our team. We're just excited to really dive into it and show you what we've built at RevSure. So feel free to ask questions along the way. So what I'm going to do is really quickly share my screen. So give me one second. And what I'm going to start with is I want to get into as much of the demo as possible, but I want to give you a one quick overview slide of essentially what we've built, right, in the story. So RevSure.ai, what we've built is a full funnel marketing attribution platform. And what we essentially have done is taken your funnel and your go-to-market motion and have put our machine learning and our AI behind it within our platform, right? So we have all these direct integrations, which I'll show you actually on this next slide. We have all these direct integrations that plug into all your go-to-market, if it's your paid ad systems, your marketing automation, your CRMs, so many other ones, direct mail, so forth and so on, right? And what we've done here is as I go back, we've plugged in, and then what we essentially do is pull your data from a couple of years past, and then run it through our proprietary AI and ML models, and it's only your data, so we don't mix any customer's data. And what we essentially have done here is we've broken up to three major categories. The first one is marketing pipeline, and what that allows us to do is within this category of our product is we take all your historical information, we learn what has worked and what has not worked, right? All the way down from what digital campaigns, what email campaigns, what pieces of content are essentially giving you the best ROI, right? And that's really an awesome feature that we're able to tell you. The next part is pipeline acceleration, right? And what this looks like is because we get to collect all your data, we get to learn, right? Learn what works from stage to stage in your funnel. So, for example, we'll take everyone that's in an MQL and certain people that have lookalike profiles. We'll be able to tell you essentially what to do next, how to move them if they're in an MQL status over to the next stage in your funnel. Let's say it's an SQL, and we'll give you a couple suggestions on how to do that. The next part, right, in our product overview is our pipeline predictability, right? And what that looks like is we have learned all of your historical things that have moved people in your funnel, your won and lost deals, all of that journey, right? From go to market, from marketing, sales, customer success, all of that good stuff. And what we're doing here essentially is we're able to tell you not only currently where you are in your pipeline, let's say you're Q1, day 10, we're going to be able to tell you, project out where you're going to be from a booking standpoint, but also a pipeline coverage standpoint. We're also able to do that 3 more quarters out, so a total of 4 quarters, right? That we're able to give you all these different insights from pipeline coverage, what's going to push to the next quarter, what's going to pull into this quarter in terms of opportunities and deals. And then we're also going to be able to tell you what your walk-in pipeline is for the next quarter. So I'll make sure to get on in to that as well. So this is just a quick overview, essentially, RevSure itself, and let me dive into the platform now. So give me one second. Okay. So this is essentially our data source. This is, like I said, we plug in all your data sources, and then we go and we collect like 2 years data. So this is just a quick view into that. As I go on back here, what I want to jump into now is more of the meat of essentially how we do our things, right? And what I want to give you a quick view in is lead prioritization, right? So as this loads, what I'm essentially showing you is all your different stages of your leads, right? We also do this for opportunities. We also do it for accounts as well. So just want to show you those as well. But for example, the lead prioritization, you can click on any stage. You can click like within MQLs, for example, and it's going to pull in anyone that's currently in that MQL status, right? So for example, Ryan here is currently in an MQL status. What we're also able to do is give you a quick viewpoint into all the different touch points and all the activity that Ryan has ever had within your go-to-market, right? And what we are showing you is he's got 40 pages of interaction. Then we've got a timeline journey, right? So we're telling you where Ryan starts and all the different touch points that Ryan has ever had, from meetings to emails being sent to direct mail to websites that Ryan is coming to visit, to pieces of content that he's downloading, to opportunities that he's engaging with. So these are all. This is how we essentially are learning, right, through our different AI and ML models of what's working and what is working and what's not working, right? We also pull in your lead scoring if you have that. And we're pulling in, as I scroll through that, all this demographic, firmographic, first touch, last touch, most recent activity that they've been involved with, right? All this cool stuff. We also tie in pipeline conversion and propensity scoring. So with that being said, what that looks like is we're also able to tell you essentially what are the chances of these person converting into deals, closed one within the next 2 quarters, right? So we bring in all these different insights for you to essentially know what to do next, right? And then how to essentially move them quicker in your funnel. Another thing that I want to show you from a demand gen standpoint is this demand gen effectiveness, right? So what I'm pulling in here, and as I drill in, I have all these different saved views, but what I want to pull in here is be able to tell you Google Ads, right? And with this being said, what I'm going to pull in here is all of your active Google Ads, right? That we're able to tell you what works and what doesn't work. So this is, for example, this first one is a search ad. Looks like it's running in APAC. We'll tell you the full funnel on a linear attribution model. We have multiple different attribution models here on essentially how it's performing from you from a visual standpoint, all the way through on a linear model. So equal touches, equal credibility, equal credit to each touch, right, from your go-to-market. And then we're also giving you insights like if you should continue to stop, to start, to increase within, the spend within, for example, these Google ads. And we're going to tell you everything from generated pipeline value to ROI. Anything with these purple stars are proprietary to us at RevSure. And these are like projecting out your pipeline value. We do everything from also projecting out your booking value as well. So this is a part of us being able to tell you what's working, what's not working, what's in the pipeline, all that good stuff, right? Another thing that we do that's really cool is campaign reallocation, right? So we're able to drill down by any type of time period, activity, any type of campaign status, campaign type, if it's trade show, webinars, direct mail. What we're able to do is drill down on all of that, but I'm going to stay consistent and show you Google Ads. So with that being said, what I want to show you here is how to reallocate funds, right? So what we're projecting out is we're telling you your bottom 10 campaigns and your top 10 campaigns here. So I'm clicking on your bottom 10, and we're telling you you're projected to spend the rest of the year 120K on these essentially bottom 10 campaigns, and you're only going to have a projected pipeline of 8,000. But what we're also telling you is that if you move over, if you just move over 33,000, right, you're going to get a projected pipeline value of 226,000. So what this allows marketers to do, especially digital marketers, is make the best decision with your dollars, right? Move from the low performing campaigns over to the top performing campaigns. So we do this for email and digital and field marketing events, all that type of stuff. So we learn from it what historically has worked and then project out essentially what is going to work and what's not going to work for you. All right. The last thing I want to show you is pipeline projections here, as I have about 1 minute left. What I'm showing you here is really that pipeline projection that I covered in that first slide, right, as a major category. What I'm showing you here is we're time stamping every single day where you are in terms of pipeline coverage and pipeline booking, and then all the way over to the right of where you're going to essentially land here on the screen at the end of the quarter, right? The next thing that's really cool is I bring in a slightly different view that's going to break down all 4 quarters for you, the current quarter you're in, right? If we're in Q3, for example, what are the next 3 quarters? So a total of 4 quarters. Where are you going to be from a pipeline standpoint? What pipeline is at risk of risk, right? Like what's going to push, what's going to pull? What's your walk-in pipeline for the next quarter, right? This is really big to bring to board meetings, tell you what your pipeline coverage is going to be. So we have all these different insights that we're able to do for you. We also have this from a booking standpoint as well. So you're able to see just really quickly, across the board, what your booking is going to be, what your projections are going to be, what are you going to land on within the current quarter, and what makes that up, right? Is it demand gen? Is it current bookings within the quarter? And then what are the projections, right? So we have quite a few different views. We have different modules from pipeline predictability, marketing, ROI, and attribution, like from a demand gen standpoint. We also have funnels and journeys. So that's another one that we also show you as well, that actually tells you, what works from stage to stage in your funnel. And from a journey standpoint, what are the top 10 things that essentially move people from a lead standpoint over to an MQL, right? Where should I invest my dollars, right? And we put it right here, like the top 10. The first one's website trial. The second one is trade shows. And then you can also drill in and actually see which trade shows you should be investing in as well. So this is the background on what we've built at RevSure, how we essentially collect your data, how we are able to put it through our proprietary models, right? And then the whole different views. The nice thing too is that you're also able to quickly be able to create dashboards as well. So that's another thing that you're able to do. Just customize with a click of the button. You're able to come in here, click any type of views that we went through today, from demand gen effectiveness to journeys, and it automatically loads them for you. And then you can send out these dashboards to anyone that you want to see, right? So anyone from your SDR team, your marketing leadership team, your sales team, your board, and you're able to create these with any type of filters, any type of day range, any type of different channels and activities, and then also different attribution, right? So we try to eliminate that bias for you, right? We have first touch, last touch, linear, W, U, J. All this is powered by our AI models. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alex. I see that there's been a lot of questions and they are being answered. So, of course, if people in the audience, if you have more questions, just connect with the team. We will share all the information and then, yes, of course, find them on LinkedIn so that you can also connect with Alex later and ask any more questions that you have. Thank you so much for the session, Alex. It was amazing and the chat was on fire. So, that's always a great sign.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, too, in the chat and that's been listening.
Bye bye. I'll send you everybody else to the in the audience to the next session.